I'm in a town where we have a lot of people who are refugees who have come, some from Somalia, some from Bosnia. I've never heard one of them say that America's a terrible place. And then I hear Representative Omar say, oh, America's a terrible place. I'd love there to be justice, and there's no justice here. It's like, well, she came here and we fed her, we clothed her, she got welfare, she got school, she got health care. And then, lo and behold, she has the honor of actually winning a seat in Congress, and she says we're a terrible country.
Before the chants echoed and the cameras rolled, this story began in a town filled with people who had fled from war and suffering, seeking hope and peace in America. From Somalia to Bosnia, refugees built new lives here. And almost every one of them saw this country as a blessing, not a curse. That is, until the world heard Representative Ilhan Omar call America a terrible place. That moment sparked outrage across the nation, because while this country gave her food, shelter, education, health care, and even the rare privilege to serve in Congress, she repaid it with resentment and criticism. Paul did not hold back, calling her words ungrateful and disrespectful. He said he would even buy her a ticket back to Somalia so she could see firsthand what a country without capitalism, without freedom, and without a constitution really looks like. His words hit like thunder across Washington, and America erupted in debate. Some saw it as harsh, others saw it as truth, and when the crowd chanted, "Send her back," the moment became a symbol of frustration and fury, aimed not at one woman but at the growing voice of those who enjoy America's blessings while tearing it down.
I want to contribute to buy her a ticket to go visit Somalia, and I think she could look and maybe learn a little bit about the disaster that is Somalia, that has no capitalism, has no God-given rights guaranteed in a constitution, and then maybe after she's visited Somalia for a while, she might come back and appreciate America more.
Well, today, tears are flowing through the Capitol. Everybody's screaming, everyone's crying. So what's the occasion? Well, Congresswoman Omar got voted off the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Question is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Those in favor say no. It's the opinion of the chair that the ayes have it and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Does that remind you of anything? McCarthy yanked Omar off Foreign Affairs to pay back Pelosi for yanking his people off committees. He didn't want to do it, doesn't think it's right, but he had to do it. You can't let Democrats boot your boys off committees and turn the other cheek. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Representative Ilhan Omar. Of a really great state. I almost won, the first time in decades and decades, Minnesota. Obviously and importantly, Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screed.
Just not let it happen again. Swalwell and Schiff got the boot from Intel because they're liars, leakers, and Chinese spy sleepers. And Elon got axed because of anti-Semitism. She called Israel evil and said, you know, Jews, it's all about the money. But Omar says she loves Jews, and she had no idea there was a thing with Jews and money.
I certainly did not or was not aware that the word hypnotized was a trope. I wasn't aware of the fact that there are tropes about Jews and money. That has been a very enlightening part of this journey.
Adam Schiff's Jewish. He's looking at her like, that's like me telling dumb blonde jokes and Dana getting upset. And I say, Dana, I never knew people tease blondes about their brains. Even I couldn't play that dumb. And it's easy for me. So 2 white guys got stripped and then a Muslim woman. So how does AOC see it? Omar was fired because of 9/11.
As a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy.
Whoa! So some people did some things to Omar, and that's racist. And if the racist Republicans don't shut up, the squad is going to die.
Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body. I had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single
Time has
apology
expired.
when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Whoa! I haven't seen AOC that angry since somebody called her a big booty Latina.
See this guy right there? Right there. When I was walking up, he said, hey, right in front of the Capitol Police officer, said, hey, here's this, look at that big ass, look at that big juicy booty, this Latina, like whatever, all the bunch of racist, sexist stuff.
This was only the beginning. Apparently, Omar losing a committee seat was worse than January 6th.
Republicans are waging a blatantly Islamophobic and racist attack on Congresswoman Omar. And I've said it before, I will say it again. The white supremacy happening is unbelievable.
The fallout was immediate as Congress exploded into chaos. Ilhan Omar was voted off the Foreign Affairs Committee in a move that shook the Capitol walls. The vote echoed through the chamber. The ayes have it. And just like that, her seat was gone, a symbolic strike in a political war that stretched back years. McCarthy made the move not out of joy but out of retaliation, matching what Pelosi once did to his members. Then came the outrage from the squad. Led by AOC, her voice trembled with anger, accusing Republicans of racism, Islamophobia, and violence against women of color. She called it another scar from the post-9/11 legacy of hate. Her fury burned on the floor, tears, shouts, defiance. But the moment revealed something deeper, a battle over what it means to love America. Omar's critics said her past anti-Semitic remarks and her attacks on American values had consequences, while her defenders claimed she was being punished for who she was. The noise, the emotion, the rage all boiled into one question. Has America lost the ability to defend itself without being called hateful? Rand Paul's words echoed again. Maybe gratitude is what's missing, because for millions who came here from nothing, this nation still means freedom, hope, and a chance to rise. And for every voice shouting hate, there are thousands whispering the same quiet prayer: God bless America.